Hello, sweet soul. Welcome to your Yoga for Anxiety to help you find calm and ease in this now moment class. My name's MgA&x. I am a clinical hypnotherapist, and I am here to guide you in a gentle flow practice with somatic work to help and support your fight or flight, freeze even response of the nervous system to come into that rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system. So let's get started right away in a wide kneed child's pose. So knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, let your hips soften in between those heels, and then start to walk your hands forward. So you may bring your forehead, chest, and heart down towards the mat. Now here in this pose, if you're noticing the anxiety feels more visceral in your body, start to find little movements and swings of the hips to the left and to the right, allowing any stored stress, tension in those hips a gateway to start to shift and release. If you're finding that you're experiencing more anxiety in the chin up, in the head, it's very heady, this spiral of thoughts, let your forehead just rock side to side slowly on the mat, as if you're giving that third eye center permission to start to release and soften those thoughts that are creating anxiety sensations, feelings in the body. And allow your breath. If you're either in stillness, notice your body will naturally move you or keep you in stillness. You do have a beautiful intelligence within. But in this child's pose, allowing a fullness of breath, breathing in through the nose, and to expel some energy, exhale out your mouth. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out your mouth. And do that once more in your child's pose. Breathe in through the nose, and that sigh out the mouth. And let that sound reverberate throughout your body, into the cells, starting to soothe from the inside out. From here, starting to breathe in and out through the nose. If the exhale out your mouth feels more soothing and nourishing for your system, you're welcome to invite that breath in at any point in our poses, our movements. Let your inhale start to lift the head, the gaze up towards your hands are. Just gonna move my mat back a little bit so you can have more of a visual here. And as you inhale, lifting the hips up, and just start to allow the hips and the shoulders to move in a circular motion up and over towards the left, over towards the right, back, around, up and over, and go the opposite direction as well. Around, over, let the shoulders come over the wrists, the hips come all the way back. And as you're finding this gentle movement of the body, if the mind is still going quite quick, gifting yourself a mantra, a affirmation, a statement to repeat. Start to sit yourself onto your heels, bring your knees in together, take a moment of pause. So the mantra, that affirmation to invoke peace, calmness, and ease in the body, since the mind and body are beautifully interwoven, interconnected. Your inner voice has potent powerful effects on your physical body. So a couple mantras that I wrote down before, and just tune in what feels the most resonant for your situation, how you're feeling in this now, or what's even creating that angst in the body. The one, I am safe now, that's super supportive if we're feeling anxious and not safe in the present, or I am safe here now, to invoke that presence, that right here in this now you are safe. So your nervous system doesn't have to be hypervigilant and on alert. That's normally why fight, flight, or freeze is invoked. And I choose presence is another one. You can take any of those or any iterations and expressions of those, and if the mind wanders, gift yourself that mantra, that affirmation to come back to. And you might find that there's a different one that's more suitable and supportive for your inner world and your inner system now. Utilize and use that. Is bringing your hands to your heart center and just allow your inner voice to seal that in your mind's eye as well into your heart. Repeating that out loud or in your own mind. I am safe now. I am safe here now. I choose presence. And bringing yourself into all fours, tabletop position. Allowing the right hand to start to float up towards the sky, and your gaze can follow the fingertips. Looping that right hand underneath the left arm, landing on the back of the right shoulder so the right ear can come down as well. Staying here, opening up through the back of that right shoulder blade, the back of the heart. If there's any heaviness in the back of your heart you may feel, breathing into that space. Not only is it releasing physically, but as well energetically. Taking one more breath cycle here. Breath cycle just means an inhale and an exhale. Pressing down through that left hand to reopen the right hand to the sky. Lowering that right hand down, you're going to sit back onto hips, onto heels. If that's not comfortable for you, you can always sit cross-legged. Since we hold so much tension in our neck when we're experiencing that anxiousness, we're going to stretch through the neck. Now, dropping that right ear towards the right shoulder, and gently allow the right hand to come on top of the left ear, pulling that gentle draw down of right ear to right shoulder. Now have your eyes open and start to look up to the left corner of your eye, up towards the sky. So we're starting to tap into that front side of the vagus nerve, and when the front side is stimulated, that signals and starts to bring you into the parasympathetic nervous system. I'm working with the polyvagal theory, if you've ever heard of it. Let the right hand go on your next exhale. Bring yourself back into all fours, tabletop position. Allowing the left hand to open up towards your ceiling, the sky. Let your heart shine open. And as you exhale, loop the left arm underneath the right, landing on the back of the left shoulder, left ear to the mat. Breathing into the back of the left shoulder, the back of the heart, sending your breath there. Just by bringing your intention and attention towards the back, mid-back area of your body. And if we're feeling any anxiousness from heartache, heartbreak, or quote-unquote behind the back, stabbed in the back, didn't see it coming, right? We hold that energy in the back of our heart. Allowing that to soften, allowing that to release. On your next inhale, press down through that right hand, open the left arm up towards the sky, the gaze follow. Exhale to lower the left hand. Last time, sitting hips onto heels, or again, if that cross-legged position is more comfortable for you, we'll allow now the left ear to fall towards the left shoulder. Allowing the left hand to be a gentle assist and weight of bringing the ear towards the shoulder. Let your eyes turn up towards the right corner of the eyes, looking and gazing up. Repeating your affirmation right here, right now, a few times as you breathe it in. Breathe out what isn't in alignment with that statement. Slowly release on that exhale, letting that go. And we'll start to bring ourselves into a downward dog. So allow the middle fingers to point forward. You can start from a plank by tucking the toes under, heels and toes in line, and your exhale to bring the hips up and back towards the sky. Let your inner elbow turn forward. If you gaze back towards the toes, the heels should disappear behind the feet. And starting to lift high into your tippy toes, walking the feet towards the front of the mat, as close to your hands as you can get them, till you bring your feet hip distance apart and let the head hang and fold. Now allowing the hands just to reach down towards the mat without straining to reach. Bend in the knees here so your upper body can drape over the legs, and just allow yourself to feel held and supported here by your legs, by your body. And slowly keep chin towards chest, bend in the knees, rolling yourself up, stacking each segment of the spine. Let the head come up last. Rolling those shoulders up, back, and down 3 times. Softening any tension again in that neck area that does hold a lot of tension. Now from here, bring your feet as wide as the mat and start to add arm swings as your hips rotate towards the right, towards the left. Really let your arms swing as well. This is a great release for any fight or flight energy you might have in the body, giving it a gateway, a place to flow, to go. Also is really great for releasing tension in the spine. Add those rocks, add those hip swings, arm swings. And slowly with each rotation, let those arm swings, those hip twists just get lighter and lighter till you come back through center. Now from here, bringing your feet hip distance apart, lift high onto your tippy toes and just let the heels drop. And as they drop, you should feel that vibration up into your body. Inhale high into the tippy toes. Exhale, let those heels drop. Inhale high into the tippy toes. Exhale, the heels drop. High into the tippy toes. Ooh. Exhale, heels drop. If you kind of tiptoe a bit off there, that's a-okay. Water break reminder. And those heel drops are great for that energy to move down and out through your body. From here, reach those hands up towards the sky. Inhale. Now, making fists here with your hands, and we're allowing any fight energy to start to release. So making that fist, as you exhale, start to bring the hips back behind you as if you're sitting in chair. So a chair pose, hips back. From here, as you exhale, let the hands start to release. Pinkies go up, and you allow yourself to come into that fold. Inhale, stay low in your chair. Exhale, make the fist. Reach the pinkies back and up. Now we're gonna go quicker here with breath. It's an inhale on the way up. Exhale. Inhale. Make a fist. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Chair, exhale. Really releasing. One more, exhale. Take it back. Ooh, that should feel good. Bring your hands to your heart center. Repeat your affirmation, your mantra. Just feel energy flowing now, moving around. And from here, starting to let your hands go and let your hands shake. Let your wrist shake, let your shoulders shake, let your heels start to lift and shake, your legs shake, and just shaking off. Like that Taylor Swift song, shake it off, just shake it off. You might feel a little silly doing that, great. Feeling silly is better than feeling and being in that spiral of anxiety and anxious. It's like you're literally shaking out the anxiety, sensations, and feelings. If you look at animals after they get in a very heightened state of that fight or flight, what do? They shake. They shake it out. Well, this is what you're doing. And just enjoy it. Have some fun with it. Oh, you might shake off a ring. Couple more breath cycles here. Stay with it. Very good. And wind that down. Beautiful. Bring your fingertips up towards the sky. Reverse swan dive, so let the arms come out wide. Let your gorgeous heart lead the way into a fold. Head hangs heavy. Find a halfway lift, just let those hands drop the shins. Crown of the head reaches forward. When you exhale, fold, plant the hands to the mat and step back into your high plank. Let the hips lift high to the sky for your downward dog. From here, slide yourself forward into your high plank, shoulders over the wrists, and lower the knees down so you're back into that all fours position. So because our hips are emotional storage centers of our body, we want to get some stretch and mobility and relief in that area. So start to bring the right knee up towards the hip, out to the side, in and around to the chest. So your inhale, bring the toes to the sky, knee in line with the hip, out to the side and in. Inhale, up, exhale, around. Go the opposite way. Inhale, out to the side, exhale, up, around, in. Inhale, out, up, around, and in. Slow, smooth, methodical circles. Beautiful. Let that go. So 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, left knee in line with the hip. Exhale, knee out to the side, around and in. Inhale, up. Exhale, out, around, and in. Can you keep your neck nice and long as you do these circles? And switch, go the opposite way. Out, up, and around. Breath still flowing. Inhales and exhales. Good. So you have your 6 completed. You're just going to bring your knees forward, hips to one side, so you can come down onto your back. Just going to move my mat sideways here so for the visual yogis, you can see what I'm doing. Once you come onto your back, coming into legs up towards the sky. This is a great pose to do legs up the wall before bed. If you struggle with insomnia, allowing blood flow to come back towards your heart. It's a very restorative pose and restorative for your body. If you're feeling still more of the energy in the body is that buzzing anxiousness, reaching the wrists towards the sky and start to shake. Shake, continue with the shake. Feet and hands, wrists, arms. Shake, 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 shake. If you're more in that like that shutdown feeling of the nervous system, legs up towards the sky is perfect, and just keep yourself there. If you're still shaking, start to soften, release the hands down, hug the knees in towards your chest, and gift yourself an embrace. And allowing just the power of my words here, either staying in this hug. It should feel very comforting to your system. Receiving love and compassion and support from yourself to yourself. Feeling held and supported by your mat, which is held and supported by the floor, which is held and supported by Mother Earth. So can you just feel held and supported in this now, in this moment? Tapping into the knowingness that you've been gifted this life because you're meant to be here, you belong here. You have a spark and zest and life and desires and dreams and gifts and talents in you that are meant to be expressed to the world. You weren't put here just to survive, but to thrive. And anxiety, a constant state of it, it's survival. May your system restore. So you may shine, you may thrive. You're welcome to stay in this embrace, comforting yourself, repeating your personal affirmation, your mantra. Or coming to a seat. From my heart to yours, if you're feeling like you would like to invite more, I have a anxiety meditation that pairs nicely with this yoga practice. Sometimes we need to move the energy out first before our system will be receptive to meditation or any of those different more mindset practices. When we start from bottom up, body up, that can be more supportive for our system. So I will leave a link to that in the description below. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day, your morning, your night, whatever it may be. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Until next we meet.